Have you ever felt a little shaky on your feet or noticed your legs getting tired faster than they used to? What if I told you that the reason might be hiding in your refrigerator disguised as a healthy vegetable? It sounds crazy, right? But new research shows that certain vegetables can accelerate aging, damage your blood vessels, and even steal your balance, especially after age 60. And worse, many of these troublemakers are the ones we've been told are good for us. But here's the good news. Just as some vegetables can break you down, others can rebuild you from the ground up, restoring clarity to your mind, strength to your legs, and confidence to your step. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 vegetables seniors must eat daily to boost brain power, stability, and mobility, and 3 common veggies that could be silently sabotaging your independence. So before you take another bite of that healthy stir-fry, make sure you know what's really helping and what might be hurting you. Because what we eat after 60 isn't just food, it's a decision about how we want to age. If you're over 60 or love someone who is, this video might be one of the most important things you watch today. Now let's dig deeper into the science behind this and uncover the first vegetable that's more powerful than some medications when it comes to aging gracefully. When we think of vegetables, we often think safe, healthy, and essential. But here's something few people, especially those over 60, ever hear. Not all vegetables are created equal. Some vegetables, while rich in nutrients, also contain natural compounds that can be harmful to aging bodies. They may trigger silent inflammation, disrupt circulation, or even weaken the nerve signals between your brain and your legs, leading to that subtle instability or loss of coordination you've been blaming on just getting older. Let's break it down. As we age, 2 things become more fragile: our blood vessels, especially in the legs and brain, and our neuromuscular pathways, the system that keeps your brain and your body in sync. Now here's the kicker. Certain common vegetables contain lectins, solanine, or glycemic loads that place unseen stress on these systems. You won't feel it right away, but over time you may notice. Your legs feel heavy after walking. You're more prone to swelling or numbness in your feet. Your mind is a little foggier after meals. These aren't coincidences, they're red flags. Think of it this way: eating the wrong vegetables every day is like pouring sugar into your gas tank. You won't see the damage at first, but your engine, the body that carries you through life, will slowly lose its spark. Let's be clear, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. The food you eat can either age you quietly or empower you fully. And here's the small but powerful lesson. The line between health and harm in your senior years is often drawn by the smallest habits, like what you put on your plate. But here's the good news. There are vegetables that don't just avoid damage, they actively protect, restore, and strengthen your body from the inside out. And the first one is often overlooked. Yet it may be your greatest natural armor against aging. Let's uncover it now. Let's start with one of the most underrated champions of senior health: broccoli. Yes, that humble green floret sitting quietly on the side of your plate. It's more powerful than it looks. Why? Because broccoli is one of the few vegetables scientifically proven to fight inflammation at a cellular level, especially the kind that targets your joints, blood vessels, and brain. At the heart of its power is a natural compound called sulforaphane, a potent phytochemical that works like a detox agent and bodyguard rolled into one. Sulforaphane actively reduces chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that creeps in silently as we age and slowly erodes muscle strength, brain clarity, and even our balance. But that's just the beginning. Broccoli is also rich in vitamin K, which supports bone strength and prevents fractures, calcium, which keeps the skeleton resilient, and a cocktail of antioxidants that protect the heart and keep your blood vessels supple and responsive. And here's something most people don't realize. Good circulation jars stronger legs. Sulforaphane has been shown to improve peripheral blood flow, especially in the legs and feet, reducing numbness, cold feet, and the risk of diabetic complications. Imagine that a daily serving of broccoli helping you walk with more stability, stand with more confidence, and live with more independence. But here's the catch. How you prepare broccoli makes all the difference. Boiling it to mush, you've destroyed most of its healing power. Instead, lightly steam it for no more than 4 to 5 minutes, just enough to make it tender, yet still vibrant green. That's when sulforaphane is most bioavailable and digestion is easiest. So here's today's small but mighty lesson. When you eat broccoli the right way, you're not just adding a side dish, you're building a shield one bite at a time. And if broccoli is the body's armor, the next green powerhouse is the brain's natural energy boost. It's often mistaken as just a salad green, but inside it holds the secret to blood flow, memory, and sharp thinking. Let's take a look at it now. If broccoli is the shield, then spinach is the spark. It fuels what matters most in your golden years: your circulation, your memory, and your mental clarity. Spinach is often treated like a sidekick, tossed into a salad, blended into a smoothie. But this leafy green is actually one of nature's most powerful restorative tools, especially for those over 60. Let me explain why. Spinach is naturally high in nitrates, not the artificial kind added to processed meats, but plant-based nitrates that relax and widen blood vessels, improving blood flow to the muscles and, more importantly, to the brain. As we age, circulation starts to slow. This can lead to slower reflexes, brain fog, and that nagging fatigue that just won't go away. But with better blood flow, your muscles get the oxygen they need to stay strong, and your brain stays sharp, focused, and responsive. Spinach is also packed with folate, a B vitamin essential for cognitive function and mood regulation. Lutein, which supports faster information processing and memory. And zeaxanthin, which protects the eyes from macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness in seniors. Here's what that means in real life. A daily handful of spinach can help you remember names, stay alert in conversations, and keep reading without eye strain, and preparation matters. Spinach is best eaten lightly, sautéed, blended raw in smoothies, or gently steamed, not overcooked. Overheating, it strips away many of the delicate vitamins and minerals your body needs most. Too many seniors unknowingly cancel out spinach's benefits by boiling it until it's limp and lifeless. And that's a mistake you don't want to make. Here's your takeaway. Spinach isn't just a leafy green. It's brain food, circulation, support, and vision protection all in one. So if you're looking to stay sharp, energized, and mentally present, spinach isn't optional, it's essential. And now that we've covered strength and focus, it's time to talk about balance, the kind that helps you stay on your feet, move with confidence, and prevent dangerous falls. For that, we turn to a bright orange root that's more than just a crunchy snack. Let's uncover it next. Now let's turn our attention to a vegetable that's as bright in color as it is in benefit: carrots. Most people think of carrots as a crunchy snack or a colorful addition to soups. But for seniors, carrots are so much more. They are a stabilizer, a protector, and a lifeline for three of the most vulnerable systems in the aging body: balance, vision, and blood sugar control. Let's start with vision. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, which is essential for maintaining the health of your retinas and reducing your risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness after 60. But good vision isn't just about seeing clearly. It's about navigating safely, seeing curved steps, uneven floors. These details matter because when eyesight fades, the risk of falling rises dramatically, and that brings us to balance. Carrots contain powerful antioxidants that support the health of both the nervous system and the tiny blood vessels that carry oxygen to your muscles and joints. This helps keep the connection between your brain and your feet, what doctors call neuromuscular coordination, fast and reliable. The result: stronger legs, more stable steps, and fewer moments where you feel off balance or unsteady. But there's one more hidden benefit: blood sugar regulation. Carrots, despite their sweetness, have a low glycemic index and are high in fiber. This means they help slow down digestion and prevent the sharp blood sugar spikes that are especially dangerous for seniors managing diabetes, heart disease, or circulatory issues. And unlike white potatoes or processed snacks, carrots won't silently sabotage your arteries or nerve endings. So what's the best way to eat them? Fresh and raw in small sticks, grated into salads, or lightly steamed, never overcooked or glazed in sugar, which defeats the purpose. Here's a small but powerful reminder. Carrots don't just help you see the world more clearly, they help you move through it with grace and strength. And now that we've covered the three vegetables that should be on your plate every single day, it's time we talk about the ones that shouldn't be there at all. You might be surprised because the first one looks harmless, even healthy, but beneath its shiny purple skin lies a hidden danger. Let's expose it in the next section. It looks harmless, beautiful even. With its deep purple skin and glossy surface, eggplant often shows up in dishes that are praised for being heart-healthy and Mediterranean. But if you're over 60, this vegetable may be quietly working against you. The issue lies in a natural chemical hidden beneath that vibrant skin, a compound called solanine. Solanine is part of a defense mechanism used by plants in the nightshade family, which includes eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers. In small amounts, it's not dangerous to most people, but for older adults, especially those dealing with joint stiffness, arthritis, or nerve pain, it can act as an inflammatory trigger. Here's how solanine has been shown to irritate muscle tissue, inflame joints, and even disrupt nerve signals between the spine and limbs. That might sound technical, but the result is simple. You feel sore tight and less mobile, especially in your knees, hips, and lower back. And the worst part, you may not even connect it to your food. Many seniors chalk it up to just aging, when in fact they're unknowingly feeding the discomfort every time they eat grilled eggplant, baba ganoush, or ratatouille. To be clear, not everyone is equally sensitive. But if you're waking up with stiff joints or find that walking gets harder, after certain meals, eggplant might be part of the problem, and cooking doesn't remove the risk. Unlike some compounds that break down with heat, solanine is heat stable, so it stays active, whether you bake, grill, or stew the vegetable. Here's a small but eye-opening truth. Just because something looks healthy doesn't mean it's healthy for you. So what's the alternative? If you're looking for a safer, gentler substitute, try zucchini, which is easy on the joints, or squash, which has similar texture, but is anti-inflammatory and packed with antioxidants. The bottom line, if your joints ache and your energy dips after eating eggplant, it's time to listen to your body. And unfortunately, eggplant isn't the only deceptive veggie. The next one is even more common, bright, crunchy, and sitting in many fridges right now. But it's also loaded with a protein that can quietly inflame your gut and sap your strength. Let's uncover it next. They look bright, they crunch beautifully, and they're often the first thing we grab to add color to a healthy meal. But behind that crisp freshness, green bell peppers carry a hidden risk, especially for aging bodies. The danger, a group of natural plant proteins called lectins. Now, what are lectins? They're binding proteins that can attach to the lining of your digestive tract and disrupt how your body absorbs nutrients. While not toxic in the traditional sense, lectins can create chronic low-level inflammation, a slow-burning kind that doesn't cause a dramatic reaction, but chips away at your health day by day. And here's why that's important for seniors. As we age, our digestive and immune systems naturally weaken. What we once tolerated in our 40s and 50s may now cause bloating, stiff joints, tingling in the feet, or even a general feeling of fatigue and brain fog after meals. You might think, wait, I thought peppers were good for me. That's the catch. Not all peppers are equal. Green peppers are simply unripe red peppers. That means they contain fewer antioxidants, less vitamin C, and higher concentrations of lectins compared to their red, orange, or yellow counterparts. And while cooking can reduce lectin levels slightly, it doesn't eliminate them. If you already suffer from arthritis, IBS, or nerve sensitivity, even small amounts of green bell peppers can exacerbate symptoms without you realizing the cause. Here's something to consider. That healthy crunch in your salad might be quietly inflaming your gut and weakening your coordination. So what should you do? Swap your green bell peppers for red bell peppers, which are riper, richer in antioxidants, and easier to digest. Or better yet, go for anti-inflammatory veggies like cucumbers, zucchini, or carrots for your crunch. The key lesson here: sometimes the healthiest looking foods hide the most subtle threats, especially when your body is less forgiving than it once was. And now we arrive at one of the biggest culprits of all. Not a trendy veggie or a leafy green, but a staple food that shows up in almost every American kitchen, comforting, familiar, and quietly destructive to your circulation, your nerves, and your stability. Let's take a close look, because the next one might be on your dinner plate tonight. They're warm, they're familiar. They remind us of Sunday dinners, comfort food, and family gatherings. But for those over 60, white potatoes, though, beloved, may quietly be undermining your strength, your circulation, and your independence. Let's take a closer look at why white potatoes are high in simple carbohydrates and have a high glycemic index, meaning they spike your blood sugar quickly after eating. These spikes may not seem like a big deal, but over time they contribute to chronic inflammation, artery damage, and impaired nerve function, especially in your legs and feet. Here's what that means in real life. You may start to notice numbness, cold feet, or leg cramping. Your balance feels off, your recovery after a walk or exercise takes longer than it used to. And while aging plays a role, these symptoms are magnified by poor circulation, something that white potatoes secretly worsen. Even worse, frequent blood sugar spikes can accelerate a condition called arteriosclerosis or hardening of the arteries. This makes it harder for oxygen-rich blood to reach your muscles, your brain, and yes, your heart, all while you're eating what you think is a wholesome, home-cooked meal, and that's not all. White potatoes are often prepared with butter, or salt-heavy toppings which compound the damage by raising your blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Here's the bottom line. Just because a food is traditional or comforting doesn't mean it's right for your body today. So what are your better options? Swap white potatoes for sweet potatoes. Lower glycemic index high in antioxidants and fiber. Cauliflower mash, creamy, satisfying, and anti-inflammatory. Or even lentil puree for protein-packed comfort. And here's your small but vital reminder. The foods that got you here may not be the foods that will carry you forward. Your body has changed. Your needs have changed. And honoring that change is how we protect our ability to move, think, and live fully. Now we've covered the 3 vegetables to eat and the 3 to avoid. But knowledge alone isn't power. Action is. So in this final section, let's tie everything together with a practical roadmap to make better choices, starting with your very next meal. By now you've learned that vegetables can be both healers and hidden hazards. And if you're over 60, this truth becomes more important than ever, because every bite you take either builds your strength or slowly chips away at it. But here's the empowering part. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. You just need to make small, smart swaps consistently. Let's keep it simple. Instead of white potatoes, try roasted sweet potatoes or cauliflower mash. Eggplant, swap in zucchini or butternut squash. Green bell peppers, choose red or yellow bell peppers, rich in antioxidants and gentler on digestion. And make it a habit to add in a handful of steamed broccoli for inflammation defense. A scoop of sautéed spinach to fuel your brain. A few crisp carrot sticks to stabilize your balance and blood sugar. This isn't about fear. It's about respect for your body, your journey, and the life still ahead of you. Because the truth is, most of the health issues we face later in life don't come from sudden events. They come from silent choices made daily, and that's also where healing begins. So here's your small but life-changing takeaway. Don't just eat for fullness, eat for function. Don't just fill your plate. Fill your future with energy, strength, and clarity. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. That tells me something important. You care. You're ready and you're willing to take control of your health one meal at a time. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you'll make this week to support your legs, brain, or energy? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you these science-based health insights. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can mean getting smarter, stronger, and more alive than ever. One plate at a time.